Hi lads, this video is going to go through how to do the activities I've outlined for you on page 40 of the activity book. Activity 5.8 is the first one, and it tells us draw a circle with a radius of 22 millimeters, which will be tangential to the given circle C, this one here, and the line AB. Show all points of contact on your drawing. So this is following up on something similar to what we would have done on the previous questions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a line that's parallel to the line AB, and we're going to make it that it's 22 mil away from it. Because we're told the center point is 22 mil away from that line there. So we're saying that somewhere along that line is going to be the center point of the circle. That is going to be a radius 22 mil, that's going to touch off this line, and it's also going to touch off this circle as well here. So the difference with the circle compared to the line is, we can't use a line that's 22 mil away from the circle. So what we need to do is draw a circle that's going to be 22 mil bigger, which will add the radius onto the current one, and then the 22 mil is going to stick out. So what you need to do is, I'll just move my board down a bit. You need to draw a line and extend it out from the center. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add on my 22 mil to it, because the circle is going to be a radius of 22 further away from it. And then get my compass. I take 22 mil in addition to the radius that's already on the circle, and I swing an arc. And what I know about that arc is it's always going to be 22 mil away from that circle. So this here is always 22 mil further away from this circle here. The idea is as well how this line here, this line is always 22 mil away from it. Where that 22 mil circle hits the 22 mil line, need a point. That's going to be the center point of our circle. As always, we need to draw our points of contact, and we're always told, just in figure 5.5 in the previous page, that when you join the centers of two circles you find the point of contact. So if I join these two centers together, that's going to give me a point of contact here, and the point of contact is always below as well here. We go perpendicular to our horizontal line here, to our center, and that'll give us our point of contact on the ground there as well. All we do now is take a radius of 22 and we draw in our circle. So I focus, and there you can see now we have a radius 22 circle that touches off circle C and also touches off the line AB. Remembering that the center is 22 mil further away from that circle, so we draw an arc there, and it's 22 mil away from the line AB, we draw a parallel line there, 22 mil up, and that gives our center. And then to just get our points of contact, we draw our normal perpendicular to our line AB, so it's just a vertical line from the center down, and then the center of two circles. When we join them together, we always get our point of contact along that line where the two circles meet. And that completes activity 5.8. After that was activity 5.1. It tells us two circles A and B are given. Draw a circle in the location of C, which has a radius 22 mil and is tangential to A and B. Show all points of contact on your drawing. So with this one we're going to be repeating the procedure we did with circle C, and we're going to be adding on our radiuses together. So for this one we're told that the radius 22 is going to be for the circle C that's going to fit in here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to draw a line out through my center. Onto that line I'm going to add on 22 mil. and I'm going to swing an arc. Basically where I'm adding the two radiuses together. The radius of that plus the 22. So I'm taking that distance there on my compass and just go swing an arc. And every point along that arc is always 22 mil further away from that circle there. I'm going to repeat the exact same thing with circle A. I'm going to extend my line out here, and I'm going to add on 22 mil onto that as well. And get my compass, set my centre is here, and swing an arc there. So that arc there, any point along, is always 22 mil further away from that circle there. Where the two meet, that's the centre of your new circle. To find the points of contact, you always join the centres of two circles. We're going to have a point of contact here, and we join the centre to the centre of this one. We're going to have a point of contact there. So now focus so you can see. The last thing then is, put your centre there, take your radius 22, and there you have a circle of radius 22 that's in contact with circle A and circle B and sitting in position C there. Activity 5.11. The circles A, B and C are tangential to each other. Using SP as the starting point, draw A, B and C and then show all points of contact on your drawing. Just to finish this one off, actually just put in my point of contact there and there as well. So with this one here, we're told that we have a starting point here. And if I just tilt the screen down so you can see, we have our starting point here. And we're told that that circle there for A is a radius of 38. So I'm going to get my compass and set it to a radius of 38. And draw my circle in. From the centre of that circle, I have a line at 60 degrees. Coming out like that there. Somewhere along that line is going to be the centre of our circle there for circle B. And we're told that circle B is a radius of 18. So what you need to do is, you need to add on the radiuses together. So you have a radius 38 here, and a radius 18 here. So that 18 is 18 mil further away from that radius 38 out to that point. So very simply, what you can do is, you can add the two together. You can add your 38 and your 18. 8 and 8 gives you 16, 1 left over. 3 plus 2 is going to be 5, so it's going to be a total of 56. So I can take 56 now on my compass, and go from here, because I've added the two radiuses together, and the point from here to here is going to be 18, so I can now take that distance there on my compass and draw that radius 18 there. So to show there that it's radius 38 here, and that's radius 18, and when I add them together I get that radius 56. And that gives me circle B. So I currently have circle A and circle B. There's my point of contact, because remember when you join the centres your point of contact lies along that line. And the last circle is a radius of 24. So what we're saying is that the distance from the outside of the circle plus 24 will give me somewhere along there to give me my centre, and it's also 24 mil away from the outline of this circle here outside the circumference there. So what I need to do is add on my radiuses again. So what I'll do is, I'll just take a line going straight down here. it's going to be a radius of 24 added on. So what I need to do is add my 38 and my 24 together. So I can just do that up here. My 38 and my 24. So 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 left over, 3 plus 3 is 6. That's going to give me a radius of 62. So I take my 62 and I'm going to swing it from my centre here. So somewhere along that is going to be the centre of my circle, remembering that this is 24 mil away, so every single point is 24 mil away from that circle there. I take my second circle, my radius 18, and I have to add them two together. So I have 18 and it's 24 mil away. So 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 left over, 2, 3, 4, I get 42. So I'm going to take 42. I'm going to swing that from here. I can see from here to here it's going to be a radius of 24. Here to here is a radius of 24. And where the two cross, it's going to give me my centre point. To find my point of contact, I join them together. I'm going to have a point of contact here. And I'm going to have a point of contact here. And the last step is just very simply to draw in the circle where they cross over each other. And that gives me my circle C. And that completes the question. I have all my points of contact put in as well. For the next one, activity 5.12 tells the figure shows the incomplete outline of a chess piece of symmetrical design. So basically what symmetrical design means is symmetrical is basically where whatever's on the left is going to be the exact same on the right, like a mirror image. So if I just move this up so you can see, and just move this across a bit. So the figure shows the incomplete outline of a chess piece of symmetrical design, also shown as a 3D graphic of the chess piece as well. Complete the drawing of the chess piece showing all constructions and points of contact. So with this one, for the lads who didn't have their books home, I just put in the measurements of what you'd actually need there for the question. So you don't have to put them in if you already have the book. I just put it in for the actual lads who don't have it. So what we're told to basically do is we have to redraw this arc here that's in contact with this point here and this circle here. So the first thing we need to do is, I've told you it's already radius 17 for the lads who actually haven't the book home with them. So to do that, if you did the book, all you have to very simply do is get your centre point, or take radius 17, and just basically take that distance in your compass. And we're told that the centre is 17 basically away, or radius r, from that point there and that circle there. So it's from this point here, all you have to do is draw an arc there, that radius r given. Then what you need to do is you need to take a line out from the centre of the circle here and add on that radius r to it. So all I'll do is I'll just put my compass here, dot that. That's my distance there. That's r distance away from that there, or 17 if you don't have the book with you. Now I get my centre up here, stretch out my compass to that point, and where the two cross, are only the centre point of that or there. Last thing I need to do is connect points of contact together. So there's one point of contact there, and the other one when we join the circles together, and the second point here. So the point of contact there, and a point of contact there. Let's move that over there so you can get a bit more light on it. And all I do now is stretch my compass out to that point there and swing my arc in between the two. And that completes activity 5.12 there. For activity 5.13, just tilt this out a bit so you can see. It tells us the drawing shows the design of a light bulb. Complete the drawing of the bulb by using the radius of the arcs. Show clearly all points of contact between the arcs. And once again, for the lads who actually didn't have the book home, I put in all the measurements. So the lads who do have it, you don't need to actually write out all these measurements. So basically, it's the same sort of idea again. We have a symmetrical shape. Whatever's on the right, and it's flipped over from that centre line there, it's going to be the exact same on the left hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw my radius 17 here. So let's just call it radius R there. I'm going to start from the top. So what I can see is, point of contact occurs up here. So I'm going to take that distance on my compass and swing it from the opposite side. So that distance there, I'm just going to swing an arc lightly first. So I don't know where it's going to stop yet until I get the radius of my second circle here. So for the bottom half, I can also extend that radius over there. Stretch my compass out to there. I'm just going to swing an arc like that there. Just see roughly where it's going to go. Might be able to swing it a bit further. So between those two circles there, it's going to be a third circle. So between this one and this one, there's going to be another circle that's going to fit in along there. And it's giving us that radius R there. So the process is the exact same as all previous questions involving circles touching off each other. I'm just going to take a line out here. I'm going to add that radius there, which I've told you is 15, onto the circle at the top here. So I take that radius there, add it on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing an arc. So somewhere along that arc is going to be the centre of this circle here. I need to do the exact same with the bottom half. So what I'll just do is, I'll take a line out here, any random angle. I'm going to add that radius there onto the outside of this circle. Gives you that point there. And then take my centre, swing an arc, and the two cross over each other. This point here, that's the centre of the arc that's going to go on this side. So I'll join my centres to get my point of contact. So my point of contact is going to occur here, where that circle hit off it. And I join these two together. There's the other point of contact. And just label them. And all I do now is take my centre here, down to where they touch. I have that arc in there. And then what I can do is, just to finish it off, I can go in heavy to where they end. So to there. And finally down to there. Now if you want to show the points of contact on the other side, do the exact same thing. You connect your centres. So there's the point of contact there. And I join these two There's not our point of contact there. And there's the point of contact right at the top, there, and there. Not necessary, we can just show them where the point of contact actually occurs between that edge and the actual circle. And that completes all activities that were given to you on page 40.